up, guys? It's your boy Slat here with another great vid. Today I'm actually here to talk to you about what happened to my daughter. If y'all, those of you who are new followers or don't know what happened to my daughter passed away May 11th of 2020. It was a tragic event, and I wasn't open to speaking out to it. But as I grow and as I progress in life, I realize that I can't keep hiding from what really happened and stuff like that. So here I am today, ready to talk to y'all about it. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hey.
Let's state the obvious. You see that I'm cocky. I'm on my business.
So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Slat, aka OG.Slat_. I started my route to fame on Instagram maybe, I want to say, May or June of 2019. I was just trying to find a way to connect with my daughter. Because I'm a male, I was 16 years old. So I was a male, and I didn't know really how to connect with a female baby that belonged to me. So I just wanted something that, we could bond with, like I could have as like something to glue us together. So I decided to start TikTok. I tried everything though. Before TikTok, I tried everything. I tried to learn how to do hair. I tried, just everything in general, like everything. And then I came to a realization that TikTok was our thing. And so I tried it, we made one TikTok and it actually exploded over the internet. Everyone was really loving it. And then, I thought to myself, why don't I just create a daddy-daughter duo type of thing, and we can just start this whole big Instagram, plot, and we can take it far. So I get to, I tried everything, we had so much fun on Instagram, we had so much fun. Then from there, we were creating TikToks almost all the time, every day. It was so fun. We always had our fun when we did TikToks. And it actually put smiles on my faces and put smiles on her face, And then I started going up from there. Then I started really taking into the trade of learning how to do her hair and, just really connecting as a, young father and, just loving everything about my life at that point. I started working harder, smarter and harder, so that way I can be able to provide for my daughter. And life was going really well. We started growing on YouTube, Instagram, fast and crazy in a hurry. TikTok, people kept saying my daughter like a Disney princess and stuff like that, and we just was the cute dynamic duo. So we named ourselves the Slats. At first we were the Smith family, but we named ourselves the Slats. So I was OG.Slat and that was baby Slat. We named ourselves the Slats. The Slats name originated from me working at Walmart. Funny story. So I was working at Walmart and this girl, her name was Jean Marie. She was there, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I used to have a crush on her. And then, we ended up going the front route. So she was like, hey, you my slime. You my Slat, slime Slat, whatever. So and I was like, hey, bet, that's a good job. So I just I knocked off slime. I gave her the slime name. And then I gave her slime, and now I'm Slat. So now when I see her, I call her slime. And then when she see me, she call me Slat. But Slat stuck with me so much that I just turned it into my group name, Slat Nation. And yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the story of, what actually happened to my daughter. All right, y'all. So, alright. So this is the official story of what happened to Azariyah, guys. Just bear with me because this is one of the most, traumatic stories I've ever had in my life. I've never really had to deal with traumatic events because my mother was always overprotected and overbearing over, us, and I'm very much grateful for that, Okay. One day I was at work, guys. I used to work at Five Guys. If you follow our storyline, you know that my daughter usually goes with her godmom from Saturday to Sunday because I go to work, So her godmom really likes being around her and connecting with her and stuff like that. So my daughter's got it was time for my baby mom to pick up the baby or whatever else, and my daughter's godmom was, calling me like, hey, it's Sunday, we're gonna call her Jamie. Where's Jamie? Where's she at? Like I gotta go to work tomorrow, I need somebody to come pick up the baby, whatever else. So I'm like, okay, let me call her and I'm gonna call you right back, because I have work tomorrow too. In which case scenario, I'll just call out of work because my daughter's godmom was trying to call out of work, and I just feel like it's my baby, so I will call out of work, you know what I mean? So she ended up, by the way, I'm not doing no editing for this video, I'm giving you a raw and uncut. It is what it is. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever else, I'm finna call her. So I get the calling around, and it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go. Jamie did not answer the phone at all. The phone went directly to voicemail every time I called it. Then I ended up shooting a text message. And I'm like, hey, where are you? And blah, 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 whatever else. You're still picking up the baby? And she's like, she didn't reply, nothing like that. The message went through, but my calls were going, my calls were dropping. So I figured that, her phone was on Do Not Disturb, which is okay because I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. But, when it's my time to pick up my daughter, common sense would tell you to keep your phone off of Do Not Disturb. But okay, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. So she ended up not replying at all. So then I ended up contacting her sister, and I never really had a problem with her sister. It was just, like she never did anything, I believe the biggest issue with her sister was just, between family problems and her just having to choose her family. But, yeah, so her sister was like, hey, I called her. I'm like, Jamie's supposed to come pick up the baby, can you contact her? Can you reach out for me? Because, she's not answering my phone, whatever else. So sister's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call Jamie or whatever. I'm about to call her, I'm gonna call her right back. I don't know what happened, but the sister never ended up contacting me back. So then I ended up calling the mom, which is Miss Stacy. That's the mom's mom, which is my daughter's grandma's nickname, Stacy. Let's call her that. So I'm like, I end up calling Miss Stacy, and I'm like, hey Miss Stacy, do you know where Jamie is? Because she's supposed to be picking up the baby, and I got work tomorrow. Godmom got work tomorrow, and Jamie was supposed to be picking up the baby earlier, and it's like, where is she? So Miss Stacy, the name is confusing. Yeah. So Miss Stacy was like, oh yeah, I told her whatever else, she should be back soon. She should be back in like, 20 minutes, whatever else. But I can go and pick up the baby, and I can go pick up the baby, and she said I can go pick up the baby, and by the time I go pick up the baby, Jamie should be, somewhere close, somewhere around. So knowing how Jamie feels about Stacy having a baby, like, I was like, well, Jamie automatically feels some type of way, felt some type of way about Stacy having a baby. There was already prior issues. So, and, I'm not going to say I didn't feel the same way. So yeah, we're just going to leave that at that. But the only reason I felt comfortable was because, Stacy said that Jamie was supposed to be on the way and they would intermeet. You know what I mean? So, I'm like, all right, go ahead, like, that's fine or whatever else, like, you can go pick her up, and it was like that. So I'm at work, whatever else, and, my sister comes to get me from work. Everybody know because I is. Come get me from work, and, we laughing, we jamming in the car, it's Mother's Day, so we jamming, we fixing to go buy my mom some stuff from, some stores, so my mom can have a nice Mother's Day. And we go to the store. On our way to the store, my daughter's godmom calls me, and she's like, hey, Stacy just came and picked up the baby, but the lady ain't had no teeth in her mouth. So me laughing I'm laughing like thinking like that was funny, but I didn't really see a bigger picture behind that. But like looking back at it, like I should have noticed that something was wrong, because no one in their right mind state would. They know that it's embarrassing to go to someone's house with no teeth. So, you know what I mean? Like in their right mindset, you know, they would know like, oh damn, like, I gotta put some teeth in my mouth, or I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you know. So clearly, you know, it was something wrong from that picture right there, but I didn't say anything because I wasn't thinking enough to do that. You get what I'm saying? So I just laughed it off. You know, I thought it was kiki, ha ha. You know, I went home, gave my mom her gifts. After I went to the store, you know, gave my mom all of her gifts. You know, let my mom open up the gifts. Stayed in the room with my mom. You know, I was in the room with my mom for a long time. You know, I was just relaxing with her, because if you know me, you know I am a family man. Family is nothing more important to me than family. So, you know, I was in my mom's room relaxing. We had a conversation. My mom specifically said, I know I said, dang, mom, like, Jamie ain't contacted me this whole day. Like, I'm glad I didn't text her and tell her, Happy Mother's Day. And my mom's like, yeah, because everyone doesn't deserve Happy Mother's Day. Just because you shit out a baby, that does not make you a mother. Then I went downstairs, and that is the reason why I told y'all that portion of it, because that quote is something that I live by now. You know what I mean? My mom hit that right on the nose. So I go downstairs, and you know, I'm relaxing, and I go make seafood, and you know, because at this point in time I was a pescatarian, so I go make seafood, and well, I'm attempting to be a pescatarian. I was trying my hardest, but I go make the seafood, and you know, like everything was going well, like it was a good day, you know, like it was a great day. So I go make seafood, me, because I went in the living room, the dining room, and we're just eating the seafood, playing with my nephew, whatever else. So I go downstairs about like 1:30, and every night I turn my phone on do not disturb, every night, because y'all are annoying. Like, let's be flat out honest, like y'all are annoying. Like, y'all call me all day long. Like, if for those of you that don't think that my DMs bust or my phone calls don't bust, like, yo, y'all call me all night long. And so I turned my phone do not disturb. Something told me, like, I don't know what it was, but something told me, hey, don't turn your phone on do not disturb, because like, I don't know why, but just don't turn it on do not disturb. Like, you might need your phone tonight. So I left my phone there, I laid down. I promise you I laid down for 8 minutes. 1:38, my phone rang. So y'all know me, I'm like bougie. So I answered the phone, but I didn't say nothing. So I was like, so I'm waiting for that person to say something. Then like maybe 10 seconds after, they're like, hello? And I'm like, hello? And they're like, is this Anthony? And I said, yes. And he said, is this Azariyah's father? And I said, yes. And then I said, who's calling? Then they was like, the Philadelphia police. They said, what's your daughter's last name? I said, Smith. They said, what's your last name? I said, Smith. They said, can you come to Algar Street? I said, what's wrong with my daughter? She said, can you come to Algar Street right now? I said, ma'am, you don't understand. And at this point, my heart is pumping. Like, I'm, you know, like, I'm getting excited. Like not excited, like, what's the word? Like, my adrenaline is like flowing. Like, I'm pumping at this point. And I'm like, ma'am, like, you don't understand what's wrong with my daughter. Like, you have to tell me something, because like, that is my best friend. Like, and like, that is my best friend. So I'm like, you have to tell me something. Like, and she's like, I can't tell you that over the phone. Like, she said, I can't tell you that over the phone, and that you have to get here like now. And I'm like what's going on? Like, you know, like how, like something. And she's just like, no, like, I can't tell you. So she's like, do you have a way of transportation? And I said, yes. And she's like, get here. Immediately, jumped out of the bed, ran upstairs. Mom, I need your car keys right now. She's like, why? I said, something wrong with Zari. I gotta go right now. I had time to wait for nobody. I took the car keys and I flew over there. Like, I flew. And when I say I put the car in sport and I flew, I flew over there. Like, I didn't care about blue lights. I didn't care about none of that, because at the end of the day, I knew my mother would not care about none of that when it came down to my granddaughter, her granddaughter. So I got there as fast as I could. Immediately when I pulled up, it was 2 ambulances, 1 fire truck, about 5 or 6 cop cars on one end of the block, about 3 or 4 on one end. And as soon as I pulled down the block, a cop car pulled in right behind me. Immediately I jump out the car. Immediately I jump clean out the car and I run around the car, and it was like a group of cops just waiting to like stop me from going off. And it bothers me more and more to talk about this, you know, but like, it's my truth, you know. But there was I walk over to the cops, and you know, at this point, like, I'm not trying to get an assault on the officer, but officer move. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, officer move. And so I run over to the police, and I'm like, excuse me, and they're like, oh, we can't let you in there. I said, well, y'all might as well just get to fighting me. So, you know, I get to swinging on them, and I'm hitting them, and we're all just, they're trying to put me down because they're trying to tell me what's going on, and I'm swinging on everybody. Like, y'all gonna let me inside of this house? Y'all tripping? Y'all got me fucked up. Like, I'm going inside this house. My daughter's in there, and I'm going in. They ended up sitting me down on the like a pavement, and the police officer was like, you know, like, we couldn't tell you why you were upset, but like we couldn't tell you why you were upset, but like, calm down so we can tell you, because we don't want like nothing bad to happen to you or nothing like that. I don't know if they were worried about me having like a heart attack or something like that, because like my anger level was spiked. So they tried to sit me down and talk to me and tell me while I was calm. But the police officer left his leg open, so I drove through his leg and I ran up the stairs. And when I was just about to hit the door, the lady that called my phone was like, hey, Anthony, we don't want you to go in there because your daughter is dead. And I immediately fell to the floor, and like, I just started crying. Like, it was really bad. I was crying. And okay, I was crying really bad, and you know, like, the police officers was very much helpful. You know, they picked me up. You know, they took me across the street, and they were just like I don't know what happened. Like, they were trying to like calm me down and express to me that, you know, like, they truly don't know what happened. Like, this is crazy. Like, they've never seen anything like this before. Like, this is crazy. And my phone was dying. I tried to make my phone calls, and I'm calling everyone, and I'm like, hey, like you have to get here right now, because I can't do this alone. Like, please help me, like, please. And my phone was dying, so I was like, can I please just go inside of the car, you know, whatever else. So they were like, yeah, you can go in the car in 1 minute. So immediately, like, after they told me that, I see them dragging Stacy and Stacy's boyfriend out of the house, like dragging them like backwards, like pulling them out of the house, like by like the hair and the handcuffs, and I just see them just getting pulled down the stairs. And I'm like, whatever they did, I'm finna fuck them up. Like, and you just hear me scream like whatever y'all did, like, I promise you, y'all gonna pay for it. Like, I promise you, y'all are gonna pay for it. And like, I'm just screaming that, and I'm trying to get through to them, and the police officers just won't let me. And it's just like, nothing is going right. Jamie still was not answering the phone throughout all of this. No one knew where Jamie was, or nothing like that. So yeah. So then they finally, after they dragged them out, they finally allowed me to go to my car, and I plugged the phone in, and I'm sitting down on my chair, the passenger side to be exact, and I'm sitting there, and a paramedic comes over to me. The paramedic came over, and it's like, it was a paramedic, and whoever called me first, it was a lady, she called me, came over to me, and she's like, you know, both of them were high off of PCP. She said both of them were high off PCP, and you know, we do believe that this was foul play. Foul play means they did something to my daughter. So we do believe that this is foul play. Your daughter was foaming out of the mouth, and you know, like, it was pus and blood coming out of her nose, and like, they were just telling me everything. And then the nice paramedic was like, he took my hand, he held my hand like this, and because I was shaking, he held my hand, and he's like, I want you to know that, like, we are the best team in Philadelphia. We are the best. He said, I tried everything I could to save your daughter, but when they called us, she was long gone. And I bust out crying, like, I cried so bad, y'all. Like, when I say it was horrible, like, it was the worst thing. Like I cried so bad. Like, immediately after, my dad was in Atlantic City or New Jersey or something like that. He flew over there, my mom got there, my grandma got there, my daughter's godmom got there, everyone got there, like everyone except for Jamie. And the police officer said, hey, do not text Jamie, do not tell Jamie what happened, just get her over here. So immediately I texted Jamie and told her exactly what happened, and she called me immediately, which led me to believe that she was watching her phone. That's just how I feel personally. But I'm not saying that's true, but that's how I feel. That's what it looks like. Because, like, if you see that one message when we've been calling you this whole time, and then you see that one message and now you want to call me, like, you were watching your phone. But and then yeah, so then she immediately called me and I said, if you don't get to your mother's house, I'm gonna raise hell. And I hung up on her. Then she ended up pulling up, not much longer, but she pulled up with a guy. Couldn't find out she was with that guy the whole day for Mother's Day. Usually you would want to be with the baby for your day, for having the baby. Considering this is your very first one, but, hey, nor here nor there. But she was with that guy, and she was never on her way to her mother's house. She was never on her way, and it was just too much. Like, and the guy was there, and like, I'm looking like, really, like, even if, why would you bring? Okay. Then she came, did her little whole trying to fight the cops thing. We've been here, done that, trying to fight the whole cops thing, and she did all of that. And we ended up having to go to like the trauma unit and stuff like that. And, like, it was a whole lot, and yeah. So that's what happened with the whole Azariyah thing. The funeral was very much nice. It was hard to get both families to conjoin because my family was very much upset with that other family. But it was hard to get them to conjoin, and be one, But they did it just so that way my daughter could have a nice burial. She had horse and carriages. The whole city came out. My candlelight was amazing. People came out, showed me so much love, so much support. There was a million balloons. There was a million people. People brought dogs out. When I say my, I mean we did separate ones because I didn't want to be a part of hers and she didn't want to be a part of mine. So everyone came out. Like, I'm talking different races, like all different colors, all different nationalities was at my daughter's gender reveal. I mean candlelight. Everyone was there. And I want to say I greatly appreciate all of you guys for even coming out to, represent and support me, because that was a tough time for me personally. So I want to say I greatly appreciate y'all for doing that. Funeral was lovely. It was that was a bittersweet moment for me because, it sucks that we have to plan a funeral for something that, that was literally my best friend. Like, that event changed my life so much. That was such a drastic event, that was a terrible event for me, but I believe that everything happened for a reason. My daughter saved me, because before I had my child, Lord knows I was fighting, I was out here doing anything I could do, stabbing people. I did everything underneath the sun, So my daughter saved me, she is the reason why I am and she is the reason why I do a lot of the things I do today in the way that I do them. My daughter saved me, and I will forever say that. So, yeah, you know, I do believe she served a great purpose, you know, and everything happens for a reason, you know, but that is exactly what happened to my knowledge. No, I did not come on here to bash people. I came on here and I told the truth. Now, if the truth hurts you, I want you to know, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If you cannot handle the truth that I'm speaking, this is my truth. There's nothing to do with you. If you can't handle the truth that I'm speaking, I want you to know that you can, like, disrespectfully kiss my ass. Because this is what happened to my knowledge. So yeah. That's what happened. My daughter did go down like a princess. You know, I loved everything about the funeral. Thank you so much, my city, Philadelphia. Thank you so much for stepping out, and all of y'all showing so much love. You know, and I just plan on carrying it out for my daughter from here on out. I love all of y'all. And thanks for watching Slat Nation.
And I know all of your ugly ass fans gon' play my song, so sing along. Da 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 da. She's a broke bitch, I'm laughing at her now. Ha ha. Da 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 da. You's a broke bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm the